Guys, we've got a very special guest on the channel. This is Julian Crypto from the Julian Crypto channel, of course. He's going to be on showing us some things about MaxData. What we're going to do in this video is talk about Ethereum, what I think about Ethereum, and then Julian's going to build on my analysis on top of MaxData and show the additional benefits that and the features that MaxData offers. So firstly, thanks for coming on the channel, Julian.
Thanks. Thanks. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I know that you want to talk about Ethereum, but I have some thoughts about Bitcoin where Bitcoin is going right now and
Yeah,
why.
sure thing, sure thing. Ethereum and Bitcoin always complement each other. So, I mean, it's been lagging as far as the market's concerned lately, Ethereum, and it has got some catching up to do. I just want to focus firstly on this key point here before we delve into the shorter time frame, or the longer time frame, should I say. So we created a pattern here. This line, what does this line represent? This line represents a trend line. And if I just zoom out, this trend line goes back for such a long period of time. And this is the significance and the importance of this trend line, going back all the way to the 23rd of March, 2020. So once that's dropped, and it's dropped for the first time, we've got a rejection point here. So that's the weekly. We'll delve into the daily and we'll look at what we can see as far as clues are concerned on the shorter time frame. So firstly, we've come back and retested this. What was previous support after a long period of time is going to act as resistance. We've come back and we've double topped. So we've not only double topped, but we've done a reversal pattern here. And that's what I want to talk about very shortly, is this reversal pattern. This is a 3-bar reversal pattern where you've got a green bullish candle pushing up into resistance. Then that's followed by indecision, that doji candle in the middle. And then this is the one that's showing us we're going to get further downside. That was the lower low, lower close candle. So that's the 3-bar reversal. And that's from just looking at candlesticks, how we can identify exactly whether we're going to get a rejection point at this resistance. But the thing I want to talk about is these key Fibonacci numbers that I've added on here. So this Fibonacci is measured from, on the daily chart here, this Fibonacci is measured from the previous bull market high in 2021, where we topped out at just under 5,000, all the way down here to the bear market low. And this 236, which is not usually a significant Fibonacci level, is going to be a key point. And I'm going to explain why very shortly, and why this level needs to hold. Because when we zoom out and we look at this trend line that I was talking about, and we add in another Fibonacci retracement from this low, you'll see one thing. This, to its previous all-time high, is going to be a big golden 618. So there's the golden 618. And there's the 236 retracement from its previous all-time high. That creates one thing. This creates a last-ditch support zone for Ethereum. So if we zoom out and start bringing in some indicators into this, I'm going to go back on the weekly and find out exactly where we are in the macro perspective. Zoom off there, and you can see on the stochastic RSI, we are hugely, hugely oversold. So we're at a key support zone, the 618. We're at the 236 retracement, which is going to give additional confluence. And then we've got this, the stochastic RSI, which is on a shorter time frame on the macro. Just look what happens each time. Each time it comes from oversold, you get a big bounce. Each time it comes from oversold, you get a big bounce. So that's what we're expecting here. And we do need to come back and break through this level here, the 2046. Between 2000 and 2046 is going to be a key level for Ethereum to break through. So we'll just bring on a couple of other indicators. Firstly, who's winning, the bulls or the bears? Back on the daily, you can see the volume. As far as the volume's concerned, it's the bears that are winning. We're getting bearish volume at the moment. And then the next thing, and the last thing that I want to look at, is the moving average EMA cross. And you can look at this and you can see when the price action is trading underneath it, you get these bearish crosses. That's signaling downside, and that's exactly what happened. So this is the level that needs to hold in Ethereum. We know that Ethereum, after Bitcoin, is the second biggest market cap leader, and Ethereum really needs to drive the market now. One thing people don't realize is people have been accumulating Bitcoin. That's the smart money, Julian. That's not us. That's the smart money that's been accumulating Bitcoin. We're the dumb money. Even the people that are retail trading, that are actually good at retail trading, they're not the ones that can move the market. They're not the ones that have the flow of liquidity. So people have been long in Bitcoin, and the same people have been short in Ethereum. So is it time for those shorts to be closed, and is it time for those shorts to be bought up, and is it time to rotate from Bitcoin, from USDT, from all of the stable coins, and start going on risk into Ethereum? Let Ethereum drive the market next, and once Ethereum starts driving the market, that will give confidence to go into altcoins. But we've got a few things at the moment going on with the tariffs. We've got a few things as far as manipulation is concerned at the moment. He is trying to bring the prices down, and he is trying to bring the markets down. Once the markets are at a key level, the Fed can pivot. Once the Fed pivots, everybody else can refinance the world debt, try and get out the mess that they've already put us in for the last God knows how many years with the current monetary system that we're all trying to get out of. So that was a bit of a long-winded way of saying Ethereum needs to hold this support at the moment. And it's great to see, or it would be great to see what your thoughts are on Bitcoin.
But first of all, I will add something to this Ethereum analysis. All right, I will share my screen also and show you what do I think about it, what do I see about it, basically, because it's not about what do I think, it's more about what I see and what data is showing, and the data right now. Because what you show is basically the price analysis. And the price analysis with some indicators, and it's okay. Many traders are doing that. We can always calculate some indicators from the price, but the indicators aren't objective. They are subjective, because we can change the length of any indicator and the shape is changed. But what isn't subjective, what is objective? Objective is data. And for example, data from exchanges showing the buying pressure or selling pressure on particular asset. And in this situation, look at this thing, this max order book showing buy orders and sell orders on ETH in real time. And there is a huge disadvantage and much more buying orders than selling orders. This is a thing that is probably good for ETH price right now, especially if we will analyze it according to volume and price.
Yeah, we've definitely got more buy orders, Julian. But one thing that I noticed when I was doing the data, when I was looking at the buy and sell orders on MaxData app, was the levels are coming down and the levels are coming down. And if you just stick your mouse at the top of the buy orders there, right at the top of the buy orders, you see as price is starting to come down, the buy orders are starting to come down and the buy orders are starting to come down. And that's indicating that there's further resistance. But although we've got further buying pressure now, one thing that I have noticed is the sell orders, the bears, are putting their levels lower and lower. And you can use that buy order book to give indications to exactly where that price is and where max pain is for both the bulls and the bears. So it is quite a handy tool.
But the more important thing is to also analyze not only buy and sell orders in real time on max order book, but also observing this metric. For example, BSP10. And if we will analyze BSP10, it's looking similar to RSI or stochastic RSI, but this is data, this is raw data in real time, so it cannot be changed by any interval. So if we copy that metric and look at the points when this metric was at the lowest, of course, it was showing most of the times the probably good moments to buy, better moments to buy than to sell. But right now we aren't at the lowest. So maybe there is still some opportunity to go to the lowest points. Maybe I will set up an alert for crossing that line, because after that it will be probably a good time to accumulate. Maybe in a short term, maybe in long term.
It's looking like
to accumulate ETH. So this is it. Another thing about ETH, and I will close this metric right now, is analyzing ETH to BTC price, because you are analyzing it to, of course, to USD price. But let's take a look at ETH BTC. I know many people who are buying ETH since that levels. and they are taking they whole Bitcoin, holdings and putting from BTC to ETH, and they lost a lot of money. Right now, more than 50%, some of them more than 70%, because they were believing that this was support area. On the technical analysis, right, it's obviously a support zone.
Yeah.
But technical analysis doesn't matter when different events are shaping. And what about so it's not necessary, in my opinion, to look right now at ETH rather than BTC. Let's take a look at BTC right now. So Bitcoin, what is happening right now in the crypto market, and what we are looking for, what we are waiting for? Right now, Bitcoin is around 85,000. All right, let's go to lower intervals. So as we can see, high selling pressure on BTC at the high price moments, high buying pressure and good price moments to buy.
Yeah.
And right now there is equality between buying and selling orders, but at this particular moment. But what we are waiting for right now? So we are waiting for a few important events. First event is close. It's really close. It's 31st March. It's USDT, the list thing from Binance Europe.
Yeah.
Right. Why this is so important? Because this is some kind of fad. We don't know what will happen. We don't know what will happen because there wasn't any kind of such event in the past. Like the listing the biggest stablecoin from the whole zone.
Yeah.
And Europe is a quite big zone, maybe not as big as US, but it's still quite big. So we don't know what will happen. In my opinion, that might be a local bottom because of that fad.
Yeah.
In my opinion, until the end of March, the BTC might go even lower because of that. But what will happen next?
Oh.
So next, the really important event, as decreasing of US interest rates. It's 18th of June. So Fed rates rate cuts. Right?
Yeah.
Probably good event for Bitcoin.
I think we've got an FOMC in the middle of there as well in May.
Yeah, there are, but they won't decrease interest rates. Meanwhile, the chance for decreasing interest rates at this meeting, 18th, is around 80%. I remember,
Right.
80%. So pretty high. In my opinion, that might be a local top.
Yeah.
I don't know what will be the level of that top. But probably, in my opinion, the market will be, and me also, I will be going long on spot, of course, but I will be holding assets since the beginning of April until the rate cuts, 18th of June.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold assets like this from this point, maybe to this point. I don't know if it will go here or there. I don't know. It doesn't matter really. The timing is crucial, in my opinion. And probably also the levels of buying and selling zones and other metrics, which there are plenty of them.
Yeah, coincides with the M2 money supply increase as well. Just looks very similar to the drawing that you've just made there as well. So I think you're quite right. It is about time in the market rather than trying to get tops and bottoms. We don't know where the tops and bottoms are. People keep saying what's the bottom and what's the top going to be. We haven't got clue about that. But as long as we've got the right time in the market and the flow of liquidity is going into the market, then that's the best chance of success. As long as you've got that exit strategy, make sure you're taking money off the table and understanding the thing that you're in is not actually just going to go to the moon and just go up forever. Everything's got a bear market and they hurt people hard. So to have that plan and to have that time frame is a good thing. And it's good to have technical analysis as well as looking at the news, macro events, as well as looking at things like on-chain data. And you've got the news events on the bottom right there as well, Julian, which is quite good from MaxData to go and find out exactly in real time why that candle's red, why that candle's green, and you can see so-and-so has dumped something, he's dumped this, he's bought that, and it coincides exactly with the red candle. So the news events and the fundamentals do go hand in hand. So that's one thing that I do like. You've got the real-time price action with the buy and sell orders, you've got the news events, and then you've got the technical analysis, you've got the on-chain data. So it's collectively a platform where you can bring all these things together and get a bigger picture and overall view of exactly what's happening. And it is interesting because I've done a video recently with Crypto Grit, and he added the M2 money supply on top of the Bitcoin chart with an interval of, I think it might have been 115, and it was pretty much exact. And then it coincided with exactly what you've done there with the USDT coming down once it's been delisted within Europe, and then the interest rate cuts. Obviously, we've got the FOMC. We could get a surprise cut if Trump gets his way and pushes the market really hard down, and then they need to stimulate the economy, reduce the interest rates sooner. But we don't know. We can't speculate news events. Only people outside of our control can move that, and we can't move the market. We can just give what the market or take what the market gives us, unfortunately, and it's definitely about time in the market. I mean, things have hurt where you mentioned earlier on about Ethereum. People sold Ethereum. People sold Bitcoin and bought Ethereum at that level. That's like the hardest thing to predict, isn't it, Julian? Is when is Ethereum going to start outperforming Bitcoin? And people think it's early, and people at that level where it was accumulating at that support level. I didn't convert any of my Bitcoin to Ethereum, but I did buy Ethereum at that point, and then it come down. And I mean, just as a thing in the last cycle, Julian, I've been in crypto since late 2020, and in the last cycle, one thing that I done was my genius move, and that was that I sold all of my cryptocurrency in November 2021 because of the big bearish divergence, because Elon Musk was selling Tesla shares, because Jeff Bezos was selling Amazon shares. So I was in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins when we had the crash in November 2021. Bitcoin hit 40,000, and the stable coins that I had, the USDT, literally I put literally all of that into Bitcoin at 40,000, and I thought I was a genius, and then bam, straight to 15,000. So it's a difficult thing to pitch, isn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, the most important is the whole picture. And so where are we now, right now? And most of the times it's really difficult to catch the moment of the top of the market, because everyone believes that the market will be pumping and the market will be going higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
And when we will remind ourselves previous moments of the market, and I will show you that. Okay, so I will show you something really interesting that I came on last days when analyzing the crypto market and the Bitcoin history. So what was the main points that changed the shape of Bitcoin price in the past? So let's go to 2013. Let's go here. All right. So 2013, just at the top, just at around 1200 for one BTC, there was main event that happened. China was illegalizing cryptocurrency transactions for banks. And that event, that information caused first drop, huge, significant drop. But after that, what happened? After that was the biggest crypto exchange, Mt. Gox, and people were withdrawing money from Mt. Gox because the Bitcoin was dumping. But suddenly they saw that they cannot withdraw more money because they were hacked, and they said we are hacked. So there were two events in 2013. First, negative event changing the emotions. And second event, the major crypto exchange hack. Let's go to 2017. 2017, pretty similar structure because just at the top, but that time was quite different because there was a negative event at the top. There was positive event. And most of the market were longing and were believing that after Bitcoin entering the futures market on Chicago Mercantile Exchange, it was 17th of December, December 17th, the ideal top of the 2017 bull market. So in the whole November, December, the whole market were longing until that event. And after that event, the emotions collapsed because what happened next? Nothing. So if there is nothing else that can grow our emotions,
Yeah.
the emotions are collapsing. So the emotions started to collapsing after the positive event. And what happened next? Pretty soon, the CoinCheck exchange was hacked for over $500 million. And it caused a huge, huge drop. So let's go next to 2021. 2021, pretty similar because the most important event, also the whole market was believing that after NASDAQ entering the listing on, I'm sorry, after Coinbase listing on NASDAQ,
Yeah.
the market should go higher. And it was a huge positive event. Everybody believes that after that, the market will go to $60,000. I'm sorry, to $100,000
Yeah.
or more. Huge positive event. And people knew that event before. So people were longing until that event. And what happened after? Nothing. So if nothing is happening after, emotions are collapsing. And like a month after this, Elon Musk and Tesla announced that Tesla is stopping accepting Bitcoin as payments. So that caused a significant drop and the end basically of the bull market. I'm not talking about this peak because this wasn't the peak of the bull market. The emotions were here.
Yeah.
The emotions and on-chain data showing the emotions were here. That wasn't basically a bull top market. So what's happening right now? And right now, the whole market was longing BTC because they were believing that after Donald Trump wins the presidential election, the Donald Trump will create a Bitcoin reserves in US. But the market believed that Donald Trump will accumulate somehow more Bitcoins. And inauguration of Donald Trump was top of this. I'm not telling that this is the top of this bull market. I'm just giving you data. Do it whatever you want with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not telling you anything. This is not an advice. This is just data showing you events. So that was that time a top, and after that, the second largest crypto exchange, Bybit, was hacked for $1.5 billion in ETHs. What will happen now? What are we waiting for right now? For decreasing Fed interest rates? Maybe, but isn't already priced in?
Yes.
So what are we waiting for?
Yeah, exactly right. And we don't know what the catalyst is going to be. It's going to be the biggest thing that drives us off guard. We don't know what it's going to be. And if we do, then the masses would know exactly what it's going to be. And it wouldn't actually be a catalyst in the first place, would it? Because as we know, the markets are forward looking, everything is actually built in. So it's not going to be a case of Fed reduces interest rates, bam, bull run. It doesn't work like that. It's going to be something that catches us off guard. And unfortunately, that spike that actually does create the catalyst is going to be the spike that just catches everybody out. People are going to wait for a pullback. They're not going to get a pullback. They're going to end up buying in at higher levels. And that's just how the market works. That's how the markets catch you out. There's a lot of smarter people out there than us. There's a lot of smarter people that can drive the market with bigger liquidity than what we've got.
Yeah.
That's a nice chart. Nice looking chart.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you. And for example, 2019, the highest point of interest rates, and this is the chart of interest rates, right? Was the lowest point of Bitcoin price. It's obvious.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the moment of decreasing, of cutting interest rates, this point.
Yeah.
So the market knew that this point will be probably, the Fed will probably cut interest rates. The market knew that. And because of that, the investors priced in, and going long, until that event.
Yeah.
And that event collapsed.
It's really interesting.
So what will happen now?
Mm.
Because we know that they will cut interest rates right now. For the first time, probably.
Tell us, Julian, what will happen now? Yeah, something we least expect. Something we least expect. I wonder what the what's going to happen with the inauguration as far as that's concerned. Not the inauguration, sorry, with the with the tariff on the 2nd of April, because people are pricing it in, but it's undecided, isn't it? And at the end of the day, he's bringing lots of manufacturing into the US, and those people that are promising manufacturing over X amount of years is going to happen over a period of time, but they're going to get renegotiated as far as the tariffs are concerned. Things are not going to look as bad. Then the markets will start recovering. But he's got to bring the markets down, doesn't he, to send that signal to the Fed to bring those interest rates down in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think we'll probably end it on there, Julian. I appreciate you coming on the channel. It's been great chatting with you and showing us some additional features of MaxData. I'm still learning with this, so the more that you teach me, the better that I'm going to get at this. And it's something that it really is complementing my analysis. So yeah, it's actually a brilliant platform. So we'll leave a link in the description below for MaxData, and you can subscribe for free, can't you, Julian?
Yeah, yeah. Most of them are free, but obviously they're not free for advanced features, because it's obviously not for just looking, it's for making money on this. So
Yeah, exactly that, exactly that. But it's a platform to help us make money. It's a platform to help build on our existing analysis. And I'll leave a link in the description below for that. And we'll be speaking to Julian a lot more in the future, hopefully.
yeah, thank you. And you are invited to my channel as well.
Perfect. I'd love to come on your channel. Well, thanks everyone. Take care of yourself. Make sure you trade well over the next few days, because there's going to be a rocky ride between now and the next, what we got, 4 days. It's going to be a lot of volatility in the market. So if you think that you're going to leverage trade and make millions over the next few days, think again, guys. All right. Goodbye from me.